Crew.
Wow.
Review.
Oh, baby.
Welcome to Crew Review, where we review a film voted for by the Twitterverse. Last week we were given the option of flight movies, films based in some kind of aircraft. My choice was Flight with Denzel Washington, should have won. Yours was
Sully
with Tom Hanks. Yours was
Apollo 13, which should have won.
With also Tom Hanks. He likes airplanes.
And mine was the very unpopular choice of Top Gun.
Yes, you dick.
Unpopular with us, but not unpopular with the Twitterverse, where that one won by a landslide. It was always going to, because Dean chose it, because he knew he was going to win.
It's a fraud. Dean is a fraud.
He's a gunk.
It's alright.
I would actually throw something in there straight away. It was better than Goldeneye.
Better than Goldeneye, yes it was.
Anything's better than Goldeneye at the moment.
Yeah, but I just want to say that you lot slated me when this choice came
I
out.
still am.
I still am
saying
you're not off the hook, mate.
You're not off the fucking hook.
All it was I really wanted to watch Flight again. I wanted you to experience Flight because it's a fantastic film. You haven't seen Sully, you could have gained some knowledge there. We've all seen Top Gun a million times, but you know what? I'm glad I watched it again.
Do you know what Top Gun, yes, the soundtrack, the part at the beginning.
The part at the beginning?
Like the music and whatever, like the theme and stuff like that.
The afterburners.
It was quite good intro.
The beauty of this film is it's totally 80s. The soundtrack is incredible.
But I tell you what,
this is one of the best soundtracks.
Danger Zone.
Yeah, but they had I can't remember the fucking main tune now. But
bom, 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 bom.
they had that tune in for fucking ages before it actually kicked off.
Bom, bom, bom. What, that one? Take My Breath Away.
Yeah, but it was just that little tune at the.
Have you also noticed in the scene, right? They'd start that song up and then it'd stop when it got a bit like heated, and then when they'd start talking sexy again, it'd start again, like boom, 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 and it happened quite a few times.
And it wasn't until the bedroom scene where "Take My Breath Away" came in. Right? And
The actual words of it.
And then it went on.
I'll tell you what, if Tom Cruise came over to me and tried to chat me up, not I would. In the way he did in that film, I'd take his breath away for the rest of his life. Like his chat-up lines, and I wanted to punch him. How cringy is it in the bar? I mean, the song's good.
Terrible.
I like how they do this. He can't sing for one. Jesus Christ!
Can't.
Remember when I sang that I don't know if you were there, on the train on the way back from Newcastle, the whole train started singing. That sounded better than. That was full of drunk chavs. He can't sing, but it wouldn't work. That's not how you chat up a girl. That would never work on a girl, would it?
No.
I mean,
I think the uniform did it more for her than the singing did, mate.
she's surrounded by uniforms. That's her job. She'll have seen that a million times.
Basically, you've got Tom Cruise in a uniform, sex appeal.
He follows her into the girls' toilet after being shot down. It was almost to the point of rape.
It was creepy.
It was desperation, yeah.
Because he also mentioned where you could do it, which was the counter sink.
But the only thing is, though, wasn't he pissed? Didn't he have a few drinks beforehand?
Can I just point out, right, though, this, apart from the love interest, this film is a bromance film.
You're talking about the actual tune of how it went on for ages with the love scene and what have you. I found that a goose.
But that's what I'm saying. This is what this was.
Yeah.
This was a bromance film.
With a lot of gay undertones.
When he died, the
Goose got goosed.
The actual, what do you call it? The depressing sort of theme tune played a lot. I found.
The depressing kind of.
Like you had to do like sort of.
You've lost that love and feeling.
No. When Goose died, afterwards, you had like a depressing sort of like theme tune going on.
Right.
Like and it just went on for ages.
Yeah, they use a lot of electro music in that.
But that
electro
was
keyboards. Exactly. Yeah. But even the baddie, who is not really a baddie, Iceman,
Iceman.
you know,
Val
he wasn't a
Kilmer.
baddie.
How young did Val Kilmer look?
I
The
know.
scene
It
though
was
in the
so cheesy
It
as
was.
fuck.
Yeah.
I thought if this was the bad guy, it would be the worst bad guy.
the scenes in the
world.
locker room, and it's like. And
Yeah.
he bites
I know,
his
yeah.
thing, and it's just like, just kiss. Just
Yeah.
you both want to kiss.
Yeah.
Just kiss. Just make out. Get it over with.
Oh,
No wonder they got the stigma in the Navy, because of this film.
But John said it. He thought it was when he watched it, it wasn't that bad a film. It was quite a good film. You're gonna say it, Si. I'm gonna say it. It was quite a good film.
It had the
No.
energy. It did have the bromance.
It was
No.
quite a good film.
I'll tell you what, if it didn't have the planes in, it'd be shit. Right? The only thing that kept me interested
Was
was
the
the
planes.
planes. There we go.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it's a film that I haven't watched in a while. There were certain scenes that I actually possibly haven't seen, and it was new to me. But yes, sadly I did.
I tell you what I quite liked about it was the way you lose quite a main character in it, don't you? And you do genuinely feel like
Yeah.
sad about it.
I like how the
I
other
did.
main protagonist and Maverick become good friends at the end.
Yeah.
So I've noticed how Val Kilmer said he's there. He's waiting to be signed up for Top Gun 2. It's up to it's literally up to the filmmakers if they're signing back up again for it.
Have you seen how frail he is though at the minute?
No, we'll come back to Top Gun 2 because I don't think it will work. The thing that made this special is because it's so 80s.
It is so 80s, and you know, it's so corny, it's so cheesy, it's so bromance, it's so
But that's what
romance.
makes it what it is.
It is, that's what makes it what it is.
It wasn't the best written script in the world. Have you noticed
No,
that?
you know what though? It's very quotable.
It's quotable. That's what all the old movies are
There's
quotable.
a few like
80s
you've
and
obviously
90s.
got a Need
Pretty
for Speed.
quotable.
I mean that'll never. I've got the need.
Do you know what?
Great balls
I
of
love
fire.
that bit. I love
Yeah.
that one.
Must be close. He must be close. I'm getting a hard on. I like that.
Yeah.
There's some really good lines in it.
Must be close. I'm getting. I don't.
When the
recall that
MiG,
one.
when they do the training, one of the first MiG training sessions, and he can't see him. He said, "We must be close because I'm getting an hard on." And the MiG all of a sudden comes round.
Must have missed that.
John made me laugh as well. How they created an impression of tension by spraying everyone on the head with a water sprayer. Everyone was just glistening the heads.
You're literally sweating the tits
Perfect
off.
water droplets.
I know.
See someone there, makeup, spraying the
Literally
faces, and then starting to film.
Sweating the tits off.
And sorry, Tom, but what was going on with his teeth back then? Like his whole mouth was like to the side.
That was very cheesy.
It wasn't
cheesy grin.
symmetrical. His like front teeth are like he's got
No, I don't know.
one of
I
his
didn't pay
main
much
teeth
attention.
is in the middle of his mouth. He must have had a teeth job. I think he has some
Also,
sort of
who played Goosey's wife?
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, yeah.
Beautiful.
You big stud. Take me to bed or lose me forever.
There's another line.
Yeah,
There's
see?
another line. The actual aeroplane scenes and stuff as well. You can kind of tell that there weren't. It's like stock imagery, isn't it? And they've just kind of
Yeah.
glued them all together.
Yeah.
Well,
Obviously
if you
the
watch-
action
If you
scenes.
watch the end credits, the amount of pilots that they thanked for the film.
Well, that's impressive,
Unreal.
though, isn't it? How they made a battle scene just by using stock imagery and like
Yeah.
clever editing and stuff. I
Yeah.
think that's impressive.
Jerry Bruckheimer had done
Yes.
the film, which I wasn't actually aware of.
But he was a
Producer.
producer. Yeah, Tony Scott's the director.
But what I found as well at one of the end scenes when you had Merlin and Tom Cruise basically firing the rockets. Well, to be honest, there was a few planes firing rockets and what have you, but it just looked like the same rocket was being fired.
Yeah.
Well,
It was like, we're
each
down
and
to
every
one,
time.
we only have fucking one underneath it.
Yeah.
Each and every time.
But it's small little details that would have passed then, you know, obviously now would get picked up by critics. And
I think
Absolutely.
the main point as well, compared to GoldenEye, Top Gun was pretty much as I remembered it. I've not seen the film in 15, 20 years, but when I watched it, it was what I was expecting. When GoldenEye wasn't what I remembered, so there was a difference
Yeah.
between watching those two
Right.
films.
the quality, I don't know if it's just because the way it was rendered, I don't know. I feel like the quality, I watched it in 720 on my plasma,
So that
which was absolutely superb. The quality of the film, which I didn't find with GoldenEye. GoldenEye, it looked cheesy, it looked choppy, it looked grainy. I didn't get my visual satisfaction, I would say.
Quite a few years between these as well.
Yeah, and Top Gun for the shittest film it was anyway, the quality was perfect. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Out of the two so far, Top Gun is unfortunately the better.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is at the end, like a war starts.
I know, yeah.
War
some
with
mix turn up.
some people.
Yeah, but we don't know who they're at war with, do we?
It's glossed over, isn't it? And you're like,
but obviously in the 80s...
Are we at war now? We're like World War III or something?
In the 80s, obviously, it was quite close to the Cold War, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So,
tensions are still running high.
obviously, for political reasons, they've obviously avoided Russia being mentioned.
Wasn't it a rescue operation, though? It was a rescue operation that they needed air support for, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. Because they were at the ceremony where Val Kilmer got Top Gun, didn't he? He got the Top Gun trophy.
They had to run off, didn't they?
Yeah, and then Tom Cruise come in. Congratulations, all that sort of shit. And then you had the top instructor said, "I would take you anytime. I would fly with you, no problem at all." And then it all came out. Oh, by the way, we've got to send you up in the sky in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
Not
then
prepared to fly because he's just lost his.
so he's still brains all over the fucking shop. But anyway, he goes up anyway. And I'm sure it's to do with the rescue operation where they had to be air support. For these MiGs that was to be fucking MiGs, doesn't it? That MiGs were in the area.
You do genuinely feel the emotion in this film, though, don't you? So you've
I
got
found that.
Yeah, you lose Goose, and then you're there with him when he's struggling, and you understand why he's struggling. Like, there's no kind of fakery here. Like, you see some films and you just think, I'd get over that, or like, I don't know, they deal with it quite nicely.
I did like how it sort of connected from the beginning of the film, where he talked that other pilot who sort of broke down and had that fear factor and talked him back into landing, and then you saw Tom going through it because of losing his best mate, and I did quite like that because it was sort of like, now this is your turn to sort of like, are you going to come through?
As fun as the movie is, it touches on how emotional impact it can have in
point,
war, losing partners and stuff.
What Si said is a good point. That it did set the tone at the start of the film because they know they're going to put him through the same journey of something on his mind affecting his performance later on in the film. So it did pay off quite well. You're right. Yeah.
What I like
brilliantly done actually
is the actual cameras within the planes itself. Like
I did quite like that.
Yeah.
That was quite clever because it's still, even though for an 80s film, you still got the sense that they were in the plane. Yeah. They were looking around and head trying to see it, and then it cut to that battle scene, and he was like, "There's the MiG-18 at the MiG." And then they're back in the cockpit. He's like, "Yeah, it's gone down the other side."
Yeah,
and I did like the fact that
the pacing was brilliant, and they've really slowed it down when he died. One thing is, like, they do fall for each other quite quickly. Him and the bird, don't they? Like, that's kind of. But there's a lot to fit into quite a short film. What's the runtime on that?
It is 1 hour 30. That is. I don't even think it's that full.
Didn't feel like a long film when I was watching it.
You know, for all the little flaws that it has and all the little details that are sort of messed up, sort of makes that film Top Gun.
Yeah.
You know, and if it did a remake into
today,
if they did it in our sort of style and it was exactly word for word,
they're going to have to, aren't they?
I don't think it's going to have the same effect.
It's not going to. Of course, it's not.
It's going to be very hard to make the film as likable as that. It just everything about it. It's 80s, brilliant soundtrack. The flow of the movie, the slowing down for the deaths. There's a bit of cheesiness in it, but it knows it's cheesy. I think it doesn't shy away from that. It's got some homo dodgy bits. Do you know what I mean? It does.
Very close to.
And what's going on with his pecs?
I know. They're playing volleyball. Topless.
You know, weird.
That made me laugh. Tom Cruise, the shortest person in the world, he beats these 6 foot people at volleyball. I just say, oh goodness, he must have taken it a bit far.
But he is a
hell of a spring in his step, though. Hell of a spring in his step.
I mean, it was a bit in a realistic way. He turns up. Iceman took out one plane, I think, one MiG, and then he turns up and takes out about 3. There's about 4 or 5 MiGs. He turns up and takes 3 of them out. But
it's the film that made Tom Cruise who he is, though. Isn't it?
It wasn't about realistic dogfighting. No one dogfights like that nowadays. Which makes me interested. Now they're going to do the new film. Are they going to have automatic drones in the new film, or
no idea?
What is it going to be like?
Well, they're going to have to do it. They can't remake how they did that. They can't. I mean, that's a one-off. It's got to be. It's going to be something that's up-to-date technology now. It's got to be.
Oh, it will be. Apparently, I think he's going to be a flight instructor because at the end of this film, he says he's going to be one of them. But then he has to still be the action star. Tom Cruise is the action star, so I don't know how they're going to do it. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Have to wait and see.
But out of 5, what would you give it now?
Well, I'll go first. And as much as I've slated Dean, as much as I've slated the film, I would have based this. I would have based it on 2, but because of the quality, and
2,
and because of the quality, and because of the planes, I'd probably say 3.
John. I think that's harsh.
Do you?
I genuinely think it still stands up today as one fantastic film.
It's not my cup of tea. I don't like romance. I don't like bromance. I don't like.
You're going to get that in any film, though. Romance is
but
quite...
that's its
You
main.
are very against romance.
That's its main set. That's what it is. Its main.
Is it?
It's a romance film.
No, I wouldn't say that.
It's a blend of a lot.
No, it's heavily
drama,
romance. It's heavily
action.
romance.
Yeah, I would
Romance and romance.
I wouldn't say
Romance,
drama.
yeah, definitely a romance film.
I think it's a beautiful mix of lots of genres in this.
I didn't get it.
It doesn't fixate on romance alone.
No, but
it is part of it, yeah, but it's not in that genre, surely.
No.
Not a romance film, it can't be.
I wouldn't say so.
I would say it more of an action film.
Yeah, of course it is.
But action films, a lot of action films have romance in it.
For me, I quite like how it doesn't try to overcomplicate anything that it does. It just gives you a story, a simple, basic story.
It's classed as a drama action.
Yeah.
A drama
There you
action.
go, shut up.
Bollocks.
Yeah, I don't think
bollocks.
I don't think it overcomplicates anything it does. It keeps it simple, straightforward. I was entertained all the way through. So yeah, I would give it probably a 4 out of 5.
It had cringe-worthy moments, and I mean cringe-worthy.
But it knows. I don't see that as a negative. I think it knows it's doing that.
But saying that aside, I'm
It's what gave it its charm.
I'm 4.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
I bordered between 5 and 4. I still think it's a fantastic film.
It was. As much as I hate to admit it, and as much as I'm gritting my teeth, I would say yeah.
I'm going to give it 4 as
But
well.
I wouldn't be surprised to be a lot of
Goldeneye.
people on your side as well, Si. There'll be a lot of people that don't like it that much.
It's
not massively.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just it's just those settings set it off more to me as the premise of the film. Even though it's not supposed to be a romance film,
What have you got against romance?
It's
What
not
was
that.
wrong
I
with
don't
that?
like. I just don't. It's
Every
not my cup of
film's
tea.
got
it's-
pretty much every movie's got some kind of love.
It's not. It's just the way
That's
it
my
comes
point.
across. It's
Isn't it
just,
weird,
it's
though?
too much for me.
Well, individuals, it's like you look at me. Why don't you like war or reality films?
Exactly.
And it's just- I can't really explain it because
Yeah.
I should like these amazing works of art when people produce these films.
Don't
but-
get me wrong. You know, in other aspects of the film, it's great. But to me, it's that side I picked up on most, and that's the reason why it's got a 3.
Okay.
Sorry.
3's still quite good. I give that.
Yeah, I didn't think
To be honest, yeah, 3 is still
for a
good
1980s film.
7
for
like.
Top Gun. Yeah, I'll give you that.
IBM and you see a 7 point odd. Hey, that's a pretty good film.
Still doing well on its ratings. And like I think I don't know, it gets a popcornography 4 out of. Sorry, but you're outvoted. What did you do? 4.